Hello, Jackie.
Hi. Happy Nanny Monday.
Thank you. How are you feeling?
I'm great. I'm so grateful that COVID has been mild and gentle on me so far.
Good. Because it's
Yeah,
been how many days? Has it been? Oh, it's a week because it was right after this training last week you got tested.
I know.
Thank God you weren't in my house doing training with me.
I know. Yeah. Today is our 10th day of quarantining. So the county did call us after our our long-term test, and they did say when was the onset of your symptoms, and they counted 10 days from that date. So today, February 8th, is our last day of quarantine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad that you had it mild.
Yeah, and I wish it was the last day of symptoms because I still feel like I have a cold.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that's the worst of it, then
Amen.
right.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got 20 eyeballs on here.
Ooh, that's exciting. Hi, everybody.
So good morning, everyone. You are in the Jumpstart to Success group. We're so excited. I am one of your uplines, Debbie Bry, and this is
Jackie McGowan. So excited to be here.
Yeah, she's either your upline or a sideline to you. So if this is your first time ever joining us, we're super excited. We come in this group every week to give a training, and this training series we're in right now is about making money, the ways you can make money. So last week, Jackie talked about Facebook parties. Today, I will talk about in-person parties. And then we have 2 more weeks of VIP group and vending events. And I know with COVID, everything's a little different right now, but we're still going to put this information out there because some people still are doing this type, in person and vending. Like I have a vending event this week. So some people are still doing them, even though a lot of our stuff has been shifted to online. So what is your pray tell about what we talked about before this, Jackie? Did you look it up and see your feeling?
No, because I'm looking for us live in our Jumpstart group. I'm not seeing us.
Well, we must be because they're on here.
I'm just hoping we're not in the team leader group.
No.
That's so weird. I don't see us. Okay.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Well, my husband just came in. We're getting new windows today and it's 14 degrees outside. So they have half of our house with no window. So our house is now 14 degrees. So I'm sitting in my office with my heated blanket talking, and he came to the one room that might be able to have a little warmth to it.
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, this is usually the coldest room in the house. It's currently the warmest room in the house. My dog's hiding in here with me too.
Okay, so Deb.
Yeah.
I did find our, it says not shareable until after the newsletter is released.
Yeah, so we can't share okay. So we're going to go right into training today.
So
but
yeah.
I want to say a really exciting stat. Those of you who are on here who qualified for Punta Cana, you are one of 2,149 stylists who qualified. Like that is amazing. I have to do the percentages because how many stylists do we have? 100-some thousand?
Yeah.
I mean, and what's really cool is this was the first year they offered it to team leader,
anyone,
senior stylist, anyone that's not a director. Over 1,000 of those people were not director, which tells them that half the people that qualified are not in leadership, but maybe they'll want to move into leadership. But wow, that's pretty amazing knowing half the people that qualified worked their tails off and their points all came from enrolling and in sales. They were not from promotion points. So kudos to all of you. If any of you are on here that qualified for that trip, that is pretty cool. Okay, so anything you want to add then before? We're not allowed to share any inside information with you guys today. All we can say is watch for your newsletter. All right, that's all we're allowed to share today. Sometimes it says till after our call, but today it said till after the newsletter. So unfortunately, we can't give you early information for showing up to our call today. I hope all the eyeballs don't disappear because that's the only reason they're here, Jackie.
I know, but it's going to be exciting.
So let's talk parties. Like I said, today we're focusing on in-home parties. And I know we're not doing them, but we still want to put it out there because some of you may be, just before our second shutdown in Michigan in December, I did have an in-home scheduled, and then we got shut down. So then the in-home was canceled. But some of you, depending on the state you live in, you may be doing small gatherings. So we still need to train on this and put this out there, because why wait till all of a sudden the party's upon you and you can do an in-home to learn the process of it. So I like this quote of, if you want to stand out from the crowd, give people a reason not to forget you. You're going to be that great person at the party and people aren't going to forget you, right? So let's talk about today, the party. We're going to talk about what you can bring to a party. We're going to talk about, why to have a party, the format of it and the key elements of the party and the party cards that you use at the party. So as we said before, parties offer everything you need: new customers, new VIPs, bookings, and potential new stylists. It gives you a small time frame to be around a whole bunch of people and get everything you need in one shot. All right. You can present every opportunity in a window of time instead of doing all sorts of reach outs. So it really is, that's the reason you want to do it. That is why we want to do parties. And they're fun. I like them. Do I get nervous? Yeah, I get nervous when I have in-homes every time. Even though I've done them, I still like, if you don't know who the people are, there's always that little tinge of feeling, but there's also that good feeling when you leave it and you're like, oh, that was fun. I liked this person. This, I felt so good by doing this. So there's a lot of reward from that nervousness that goes in it. And little tip, I didn't even put this really in my thought till right now. What I do on my way to an in-home party, and I've told so many of you this, whenever I'm going to anything where I need to get myself all like, okay. I play my favorite song, which is still Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA, because it gets me no matter what. I can be in a bad mood. I play that and it makes me happy. So that's the song I play on the way to an in-home party, on the way to an event. I used to play it on the way to our Color Street meetings, and it would bring a smile to my face and get me jacked up so I was ready to go for my in-home party. So,
I do the same thing for my virtual parties.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about it with a virtual party. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I jam to them. I'm like, get ready.
Yeah. So what is your song, Jackie? What do you play?
Oh my God. I play Bruno Mars a lot. And I also play the other Lizzie or Lizzo, like Shake Your Hands or Flip Your Hair, show whatever.
Oh, I think I know what you mean.
I can't remember the name of it, but it's always on my YouTube. So I play it on YouTube just to get like in the mood.
Yeah. Now you're playing it for yourself or the guests?
Well, I play it first for myself, and then I do play it for my party just for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. I have started music at the beginning of a party. I just didn't think to play it for myself to get jacked up for my Facebook one the way I do a live one. So I'm going to start that.
Get your cocktail, get your music jamming, get your mood lighting going like 10 minutes before your party.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So I know sometimes you can be nervous to do an in-home party, and it's natural. All right. It's natural to feel nervous, to get a little scared to get up there in front of people. You're scared, you don't know what to say. But what if I told you that we literally have taken everything you need to do and say and put it in cards, and you can hold them at the party? We want you to hold them. So if I tell you that, does that make you think, oh, I could probably do it? And I hope so. And we're going to go through that today. So first thing I want to talk about is pre-party. Pre-party is your hostess coaching. We just did a training a couple weeks ago on hostess coaching specifically. So you can go back and watch that one to get, all the details on hostess coaching. But I just want to touch on a few things with hostess coaching, because that's what leads up to a successful party. So from the time the hostess says yes, your party is kind of started, right? You're talking with that hostess. You're reaching out to that hostess. You've given her, you first are setting the date with her. Then in the meantime, between then and the date, because again, this is an in-person party now, okay? So it's in person. So in the meantime, you have sent her a hostess packet with some order forms and samples and catalogs she can pass out to people early or people that couldn't come. You're sending her that hostess gift of a set of polish to wear prior to the party and have on at the party, especially if she's never worn it before. You're working with her on her guest list. You want her to have people. She is going to feel successful, not necessarily how much she gets free, but how many people are in that room. She gets 2 people in that room, she's going to feel bad. And she's going to, feel uncomfortable. She's going to feel bad for you. You don't want that. So you want her, as you're helping her create that guest list, to visualize a room of 15, 20 women. So not one woman sits in the corner and feels pressure that she has to buy because there's other people mingling. She wants the excitement and the energy, so people are having fun. So you're painting that picture for her of what that party would look like with 15 women in there compared to if there's 2. All right. So you're getting her to work on that Frank's list we talked about. People from different friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, people you know because of kids, and people you're on social media with that are local. That's who she's inviting. She's inviting people of different ages. Again, I'm kind of going through this part fast because we've talked about it. But you want her to send out. You're deciding how you two are inviting because it's in person. Is it a paper invitation? Probably not. A lot of people don't do that. I did have a couple hostesses before that wanted them, and I just printed them. I got the addresses and I sent them out for her. I'm kind of anal. I want to make sure it's done. You can also have her send it through text, through Messenger. But again, she's personally inviting. You give her the verbiage. She's getting people to her house. If you're at closeout with somebody at a party and they say they want to book right then you can take a screenshot of them holding up like some nails, screenshot it, use some word swag and say, save the date, April 20th. Text it to her, and she can then text it to all of her friends right then and go, there's your save the date. I'll get you more information later for the invite, but text it to your friends so they all have it. All right?
Yeah, that is great. I forgot about that.
Yeah, save the date, March 20th, Color Street, something like that. Really quick that you can whip out to her, and then she gets to her friends.
And that'll work for, it can work for virtual parties too, you guys.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in home. You're describing to her what the party's going to look like. You're going to check in with her as guests are RSVPing, talking to her, making sure, it's not going to be worth your while to go there if one person's there. All right. So you want to make sure, but you're also going to be making her, if she's getting down that people aren't RSVPing, you want to reassure her, but give her tips and techniques of, well, why don't you reach back out to this one? Have you called this person to see if they're coming? Is it a definite yes or no? Did you tell them they could bring a guest? Okay, so kind of help her along the process. You're sending her, message a couple days before the party, again, checking in, then the day of the party, super excited, can't wait to be there, confirm. Tell her you don't have much of a setup. This is key. I don't have much of a setup, so I can get there. I'll get there probably 15 to 20 minutes before the party starts, so I can help you greet the guests as they come in. Okay, key elements there. You are getting there 15 to 20 minutes ahead of time, which means you're not going to take a whole bunch of her time and have this awkward time if she thinks she needs to entertain you for an hour. You tell her you get to help her. All right, she's like, whoa, she's coming to do this and she's coming to help me. Those are big key elements. You're coming early to help her, but it's not that early because you have a really quick, easy setup. All right. Okay. Oh, and one other thing, again, the food. I think it's also important to emphasize to the hostess, our parties are super fun, fast, easy. You don't need to provide a whole bunch of food because people are going to be so enamored and touching all the nails and putting samples on, just unless it's your love language and you love to provide food for your friends, have a few snacks and a couple drinks, but it doesn't need to be anything crazy. And make sure, because again, the average hostess is not getting $400 in nails, right? So if she goes and spends $400 on food to get, $40 in nails, she's going to leave there going, what the heck? Unless she likes that. Some people love paying for food. They don't care. So just bring that up to her. Okay. So now let's talk about when you get there. When you get there, you're going to have your stuff organized. And real quick, you don't come with a lot of things. I literally go to a party with the Color Street bag. I walk in like this. All right. Again, I want her to see this is it. Now, if I was doing cash and carry, and I do I have done and sometimes do when I've done in-home cash and carry. But I still make sure I never bring more product than takes me no more than 2 loads. I'm not going back and forth to my car 3 times. I try to still get it in one. If I have this bag and then I have 2 carriers with polish, I should still be able to walk in with just 1 load. I should not be carrying trucks of things in because again, you are trying to appeal to people to show them you have a very simple job. If you are bringing in tons, I used to sell clothes. I sold jockey direct sales. I would do in-home parties. I had to bring a rack. I had to bring bags of clothes. I had to hang them all on hangers. They were all tagged. Those people are looking at me going, I would not want to do her job. Just like when I go to parties with clothes, I'm thinking, thank God this is all I have. And even if I've been product, it's still probably 2 carriers and it's still probably 1 load. All right, so that is a key part of looking for new business partners. Okay, so let me think. All right, so what else do I have in my bag? So in my bag, I have for a party. I do bring extra order forms, although I have those, I'll show you in an envelope. I have a little bag where I have pens for the guests, so you never know. Sometimes people don't have organized pens and they're trying to grab them. You come with pens. I have koozies in here and I have name tags and I'll tell you about those. And then I just have some extra like labels, some sample cards, some just in case type things. Then I do have, but I find I don't use them a lot, but I do have some nail files, the ones that come in the kit. Then I keep a bag with instead, I don't love the nail polish remover pads. I fill nail polish in a little container and I bring dollar store cotton pads. Again, I rarely use this stuff because people don't typically have to take polish off, but I have it, and cuticle sticks and nail prep pads. So I just have those couple little bags. And then the biggest thing is then I have these folders, and we'll talk about these. This is what every guest will get when they sit down for the party. And when I get to that part of the party, I'll tell you about what's in there. I have 2 little clipboards. One is for me with my party cards. And then I have a second one that will have, it's not prepared now because I'm not doing in-home parties. I will give this to somebody that's going to take some notes for me, and I'll tell you about that. And then I have just a couple little goodie bags put together if somebody books a party that day. This is literally just a little packet with a dollar store notepad, a little dollar diamond pen, some confetti, and this cute little bag that I think matches my confetti with a couple little accent nails for her. That's it. That's what I have in my little bag for her with a little thank you note. And then I also will have, if she books a party, I have that. And then I'll give her an envelope that has some catalogs, order forms, the business opportunities. So she'll have those to pass out. Some samples. She'll be able to start passing those out right away. And that's what I keep. Oh, with the cute little sticker Amanda Thomas made for me. It says, warning, contents full of sparkle. I thought that was
that's super cute.
Yeah. So that's what I keep in my bag. That's what I walk into for a party. Oh, and some nail sets. You don't need a ton. If you're not selling them cash and carry, the more I have found, the more you bring, the more they want to see. If you have 10 solids and they want to see the 11th, they'll be really unhappy that you don't have the 11th. If you have 3 solids, they don't seem to be as unhappy if you don't have ones they don't. But if you bring this many, they want this many. If you bring this many, they're pretty content just looking at a few. You have to think, before we would obsess about not having all the sets or, feeling like we need to bring more, they don't see any of them in Facebook. In a Facebook party, they're not seeing any of them live and they're ordering them. They're only seeing them on their computer. So tell them to hop on their phone, look at the catalogs you're bringing. They don't have to see them live to buy. So don't feel like an in-home party is any different. So bring a few of each kind, and that's plenty. All right. So I would definitely bring at least 15 because we're going to want to stack the hostess that we'll talk about. All right. So you got to the hostess's house, right? You have your bag, you set it down, and now you tell her, okay, is there anything I can help you with? Do you need any last minute setting up? Can I help you with food or drinks? Great. No. Then you're just chit-chatting with her. As the guests arrive, you will help her greet them. All right. So it can be, if you're still getting food ready, if you want, I can grab the door, or she's going to greet them and then you go right up to them. This can sometimes be the hardest part. It's hard to walk up to a person and just put your hand out and shake their hand if you don't know them. But this is kind of what our responsibility is as the stylist. So you need to be the initiator because it might be uncomfortable for them to initiate. Okay. So you just walk up and you say, hi, I'm Debbie. I'm Tisha's Color Street stylist. I'm super excited for the party today. What's your name? And then she tells you. And then you say, I like name tags. I am just bad with names, and it's no excuse for me not to say their name. And so I'm going to give them a name tag because I want to be able to call them by name in the party. So if you're great with names, don't do it. But if you're not, you need name tags because you should be calling them by name. So you can say, I really want to be able to get to know everyone better today. So do you mind, or I'd love to give you a name tag just so I can better remember your name since we're just meeting today.
And can I add something real quick?
Yeah.
I love to give tickets out for anyone who just like wears their ticket, who takes the name tag. So I wear like dollar store tickets around my neck and I'm like, thank you so much. You're so awesome.
Yeah. And we'll get to tickets, but that's a great thing to give them out for even before the party starts. I love it. And if you have a name tag on when they're getting there, then it's, the hostess doesn't really need one, but she could have one on if she wants. But so, and if people are bringing guests, then she could have one on. So you have everything in there. You are helping her greet the guests. You're offering them a name tag. The next thing, Jackie and I went to a great retreat with leaders from all over the company where we had all learned the party cards from Guru Sherry McAllister, but they were generic. And so we met from all across every branch that branched off of Color Street, and we came up with her format, her booking seeds, her planting the seeds of everything, but we made it for Color Street. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And that, we have those for you guys, in the files. But in doing this, we all were trading ideas of what we do at parties, and we learned the best tip that I started using after. So at this point, I can't even keep time straight because it's like a time warp with COVID. So we would have learned it the fall before COVID, and we changed our parties from the fall through March when everything shut down. So we had a few months to be able to change this format. I used to do my sampling during the sit down portion of the party. I then switched it to when I greeted people. So after the name tag, I'm making conversation with them saying, so have you tried Color Street yet? If they have, great. Oh, you have? Cool. I have samples. Do you want to put one on today? If they haven't, it's your time. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, if they've already worn it. If they don't, it's, oh my gosh, I have a sample I'd love to put on you right now, as people are coming in and getting comfortable. And super easy. Now you're talking with them. Go have them wash their hands with soap and water. Okay. They're washing their hands with soap and water and they come back. And this is where you're having your first kind of engagement with these people. Remember, you want to make conversation and get to know your guests. You have this much time to get to know them. Okay. So use this time wisely. So you're getting out, and as I'm doing it, I'm making conversation, just like at a vending event. You're going to hear the same kind of stuff from me at a vending event. You ever wash your hands with soap and water? Oh yeah. So, anytime you put on Color Street, you want to make sure you start with clean hands. You get out your 2-finger tester. I was going through some of mine today. Boy, I needed to throw some, just assuming on what patterns they were. They can't be good anymore. So make sure if you have like 3-year-old samples, don't bring those to your parties. Okay. So you have this tester and you're saying, oh my gosh. Okay. So these are just like these are accent nails. Our full packs have 2 sets of 8. So we can, with 16 different sizes, so we can hopefully fit every person's fingers. So you're going to open it up, and our polish has a base coat, paint, and top coat all in one. The tab side is wider than the opposite side. So we should be able to easily fit every finger. When you start, you're going to peel the clear off, then take the silver tab and peel it off. You're going to line it up to the cuticle. Push down really well. You don't want to get it on the cuticle because it could peel back. Smooth it out really good. And then I have nice short nails, so I can very easily take my thumb as a tool and I use it and I cut down the back side. Do not rip it. If you rip it, it'll compromise the tip. You are literally searing it with your thumb. Therefore, I always start with my pinky and I end with my thumb, because my thumb's my tool and I don't want to push that back. Boom. I mean, you're saying, oh, I can recite this like nothing and I say it so quick. In the meantime, I'm also working in questions. So tell me a little bit about you. What do you like to do? I can fit a lot in when I'm putting a Tuesday on. It's crazy the amount of information I can find out. I'm talking to them about what they currently do with their nails. If they have worn Color Street, oh, where did you get it from? Oh, how long have you been wearing it? What are your favorite colors? What do you like about it? If they haven't worn it, what do you currently do with your nails? Tell me a little bit about you. Maybe your friend, maybe they say, oh, well, my kids, blah, blah. Oh, tell me about your kids. How old are they? You're finding out as much as you can in that moment, because that's going to help you later as you're figuring out, I wonder who would want to book a party. I wonder who could potentially use this as a business. You know, the one who says, oh, I'd love to get my nails done. I just don't have the money to do it. Oh, okay. Well, gosh, that's the person you're going to talk to about the business, because they want to have pretty nails, but they don't have the money. So gosh, guess what? How about you get paid to have pretty nails? You earn them for free and get commission check every week. So these conversation pieces are key at an in-home party. All right. So you have the sample on. Now, sometimes what can happen is if all of a sudden clusters of people are coming at once, it may be hard to get everybody sampled before you go in the other room or wherever you're sitting, but do the best you can with as many as you can. Sometimes then if they come in, I'll say, hey, you guys come watch this, and then I'll be able to put your sample on after. So then I can explain the process to many of them and then go back and sample with them later. So, you know, you'll play by ear of what's working depending on how people are trickling in. Okay. You don't want this part to be too long, because you don't want people feeling like they're at this 3-hour party. So like 15 minutes, I would check in with that hostess and say, okay, so how are we doing with time? Are all your guests here? No, I want to wait 5 more minutes. Great. If everyone is just about there, okay, well, why don't we give people 2 more minutes and then tell them to grab some food and a drink and head into wherever you're heading to get ready for the party. Okay. And then either you can announce it or she can announce it that to everybody. Hey, everybody, I have a quick presentation I want to show everybody. So if everyone can grab some food and drink or whatever you want, then come on and I'll meet you in the family room, whatever it is. All right. So now you are ready for the magic to begin. And this is where, voila, the party cards are amazing. You know why they're so amazing? Because we even gave you like tips in red. So it has what you say along with why you should say it in here. These are located in Beautifully Polished under Unit 2, I believe. I have it written down. I'll let you know. I believe it's under Unit 2, and it's called Party Deck. You can print them. It's made in PowerPoint. You can print them, and you can have these for yourself to seriously bring to every party. All right? Now, you might say, why in the world am I going to hold party cards at a party? Then I'm going to look like a fool who's reading like I don't know what I'm doing. Well, let me tell you a secret. You don't want to be perfect, okay? That person, those people who are watching you, if you are perfect, you have it all memorized, you're all like, oh my gosh, you're just this over-the-top person, which is wonderful and beautiful to see, but no one will be able to relate to it, because they're all going to think you're too perfect. There is something to be said about not being perfect. I am never going to say that except for my husband. Don't tell him. I tell him I'm perfect. But to anybody else, I don't want him to think I'm perfect. So in that, let's talk for a minute about what your appearance should look like at a party. You are going in to represent Color Street to an in-home party. So with that said, I probably would not show up with a ripped t-shirt and cut off jean shorts that maybe your tush is hanging out. Probably not. You know, I want you to be yourself, but I also want you to be yourself smartly. But I also don't want you to be yourself and go in there in this brand new suit you went and bought because you're feeling really fancy going to a party, or this brand new gorgeous dress, high heels, hair done, big earrings. You want to dress nice, but you don't want to be so over the top that they're looking at you going, well, I would love to do this job, but there's not a chance I could do this. I can't afford clothes like that. Just be yourself. If you're the person who wears really cute leggings and a long top and boots, wear it. If you're the person who wears cute jeans and it can be a t-shirt. Lots of people wear cute little fitted tees, cute little whatever tees, wear it. So don't be too there, don't be too here. Meet in the middle. Be what the average person could see if they saw you. All right? Okay, so let's go back to your party cards. So you want them to relate to you. If you're up there with cards, people are going to start going, oh my gosh, look what she can do. She's looking at those. Well, anyone who's kind of thinking they could do it is now like, maybe I could do this. Those people who are sitting there going, I could never get up in front of all these people and do this. She doesn't even know us. Then you pull these out and you just say, all right, I'm super excited. You know, I have these cards because they totally keep me on track, because otherwise I can talk and talk and talk and talk. And this will help me stay on task. Now I will say one thing I've done, and I did it a few times, didn't care for it. I said, so if I start talking too long before I flip a card, give me a warning and then I'll make sure I flip to the next one. I didn't really need their opinion on that. So I gotta stop doing that, because sometimes you can get kind of snarky people that are like, you're too long. So I don't need that. So I don't say that anymore, but you could if you think it works for you. But I just tell them, hey, I'm going by these so I don't forget all the great information I have to tell you, and so I can keep on track and not get off on too many tangents, because I love what I do and I could talk about this to you guys for the next 12 hours. Okay. So you are starting by introducing yourself, who you are, and then right away thanking the hostess. All right. Right away, you tell everyone, hey, I'm playing a game. Like Jackie said, I'm playing a game today. Oh, here's my tickets. That's something else you have in your bag, your tickets. Dollar store, super cheap. I want to thank the hostess today, Jenny. I love having everybody here. I'm so excited that she was willing to open up her house to all of us, especially coming out of COVID. This is so great to be able to all get together. It's been so long since we've been able to do something like this, whatever you want to say. So I'm super excited. We're going to be playing a game today, and I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. But right now, what I want to do is I want to do a little bit more than just thanking Jenny as the hostess. I feel we are all so busy with our lives. We don't take enough time to say what we like about each other, especially as women. Again, field your crowd. If you got men there, you can say, especially as humans. So right now, since obviously you guys are all here because you love Jenny, I would love to know what you like about Jenny. So you have an extra clipboard, you have a note card, you go give it to someone who's been kind of chatty and fun, or you can ask, hey, would anybody like to take notes for me? And then you give her a note card, a pen, and she's writing down everyone's names. Again, there's name tags, so she'll be able to know too, because she may not know everybody. So if you could say your name, how you know Jenny, and what you like about her, that would be awesome. The hostess gets a little bit like, oh my gosh. By the end, I'm not kidding. I never had one hostess that didn't love it. I had one hostess that was literally her couple friends came in late, and she's like, they all had to say things they like about me. So what do you like about me? It's amazing what it does. And I take that little list home after, and I type it up on a piece of photo paper with their name at the top, with literally like, Debbie says she's such a great friend. Jackie says she loves her hair, with her name at the top of it. And in her thank you, I send that to her. And I've had hostesses say, oh my gosh, I put that on my mirror. Oh my gosh. I've had hostesses cry when they hear these things their friends say. It is a game changer at the beginning of your party. You not only are really making that hostess feel special, but you are also telling those other guests at the party, I kind of want to know what my friends want to say about me. Maybe I want to have a party so I can hear this, because now they've seen you do that. Okay. And then at the next party, if she has a party, then I start with, oh my gosh, Becky knows what I'm going to do right now, because this is my favorite part of the party. And so she knows I'm going to do it, and it's fun. And I can't wait for Becky to hear everything you guys have to say. So, okay. So now after everyone does that, and you go over and you share, and they're all now in a really good mood and they feel great. It's time to ask some questions. And now you say, okay, so my game's going to start. I have all these tickets here. I love tickets. I love giveaways. So throughout my presentation, I'm going to ask questions and ask things of you guys. Anytime you answer a question, raise your hand, answer a question. I'm going to come around and give you a ticket. And then I will pick a ticket for, you'll put them all in a bag. Oh, that's another thing I carry. I have a little cute gift bag. And then I put the tickets in. I have learned, bring it with you, or just borrow something from the hostess. But if you just bring a little dollar store gift bag, I don't know where I put it. It's probably folded up in the bag. Then I just drop all the tickets in there. So, and then somebody will win whatever you decide, whether it's a free set, a nail file, you just say a prize, whether it's, a cute face mask, I don't know, whatever you want to buy. I buy sometimes those foot masks when I can find them on Amazon for like really cheap. And then it could be something like that. So just whatever you want to give away. And they don't know what it is. You're just say win a prize. People just like prizes. Okay. So you are starting with, something. And again, I'm following the party cards. Okay. So my next party card, for example, says, let's get our game started. How many of you ever invested in a trip to the nail salon? And then as you're asking, how many of you ever invested in a trip to the nail salon? You're putting your hand up. You are getting them, by you doing that, you're getting them to respond to you. Naturally, if you're doing this, they follow, okay? So this is where you're kind of finding out what people do with their nails. And then you can break into okay, so then you're asking them, tell me what you didn't like about the nail salon. And then you can say, well, I'm here to solve all your problems. So, and then you're telling them all the good things about Color Street, okay? And we have a great sentence on here that I just love. It says, I guess it's no surprise then that the nail polish industry exceeds $8.5 billion a year in the US alone. 8 billion, ladies and gentlemen. Fun fact, since 1931, nail polish formulation application has never changed. We put men on the moon, women in Supreme Court, but never achieved improvements in nail polish until a man named Fa Park witnessed the real struggles with liquid nail polish and revolutionized the nail polish industry. Enter Color Street. That is like the whoa. I love that part. All right. So after this, you're talking with them. Now comes kind of the main part of the party. And that's where you are going to pass out. I put together these folders. Tip that I learned, I put my logo sticker over here. You could put anything on there. I love these plastic folders like this, but I find so do they. And they would you'd see them be put in their purse. I don't know why, but guess would take them. After every party, I was down folders. But I find with my sticker on here, it seems more like it's my property, and then I get them back. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah. In this, you have, and this is outdated, but I have not found a current one recently, so I wouldn't bring this to our party now because it's way too outdated. Instead of a catalog, I print a wish list because this says when these are updated, it has everything available now from all the different collections, not just what's in the catalog.
Thank you. I'm doing that right now because I'm out of my fall catalogs.
Well, Jackie, I'll be honest, I haven't looked in a few weeks, but around the holidays when I was doing events, I could not find an updated wish list in Norma's group.
They're out there. Norma just did it last week.
Okay, good. I haven't looked since December. I have an event this Thursday, so I do have to relook again.
I'll tag you.
Okay. So I have the wish list. So again, it has all the collections, which is great for them to see everything. Then I have an order form, which on the order form, if you see, I've highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4th line, free. And then a couple down here, I highlight in a different color in blue, free. So again, you're encouraging them to see the French, buy one, get one free, the other sets, buy 3, get 1 free, and we'll talk about that. So they have an order form, then I have a note card because they'll play a game, and a couple business cards, one for them and one for them to pass on to a friend. Okay, that is what's in their folder. All right, so this is the part where you will now have them sharing about the polish, and you're going to tell them. So this is what I call the main part of the party, right? So you're going to have them look at the wish list, circle things they like. This is what we try to recreate in the live nail bar, in the Facebook nail bar, by posting like collections or albums. This is where you'll say comment on which one salad is your favorite. That's from this part of the party where you're going to have them circle their favorites. This is not an order form, ladies. Just circle all the ones that you love here. Okay. So then it's, you're kind of, which one did you circle? And then you start making conversation with them. I circled this one. Oh, what were you thinking you would wear with that? What are you thinking you combine that with? Things like that. So they can start Well, I'm going on spring break. I'd really like this set for this. Well, I have a black and red dress. I think this would be really cute. And they start sharing with each other. This is key because, you know, as women, we love shopping together. And I love buying things that other people have pointed out because now I realize how much I need it. Okay. So this is that kind of that, what do they call it? Like second earth, oh my gosh, not affirmation. It'll come to me. I can't think of the word for it. When they're validation, secondhand validation, when they're valid, you're not having to do the validating, they're validating for each other. Third party validation. There we go. So you will now go over all the different styles, the solids, the glitters, the patterns. And this is where you can kind of be passing out the polish. So if you have a few solids, you can say, I brought a few with me so you can kind of get a glimpse of some of the more popular colors. Again, if you're going to a party and some are out of stock, don't bring those. Bring the ones in stock. If they're retired, don't bring them unless you're going to sell cash and carry right there. You want to bring ones that are currently available. So you're passing them out, talking about them. Definitely point out French because it's a two-step process. Definitely talk about foundation sets because there are people in that crowd that will want to buy because it's a foundation or have a party or possibly sell because that's near and dear to them. So definitely touch on if there's a current foundation set or maybe a past one, and you can tell a little bit about what we've done. After you've gotten about 10 or more sets passed around, they should accumulate at the other end. And this is the key time of stacking the hostess, okay? This is where you want to show someone, and hopefully it's someone other than the hostess, with all these sets on them, and that's where you can say, we have it on the cards here, something like, okay, does everyone have at least 10 sets circled? Okay, you really want them to have this many, because again, you want them thinking, I want this many. Again, this is going to help them visualize wanting more than just buy 3, get 1, okay? We want to upsell a bit here. Maybe they're going to even want to book or sell because they have so many they want. Okay, well, how would you like 10 sets, or I'm sorry, how would you like 10 sets for 10 sets for $2? How would you like to get 10 sets for just $2? Well, you could do that by hosting a party. It also is going to plant seeds for getting, again, like I said, more than just the buy 3, get 1. So you could do that just by booking a party. Look over here at what Amber has. This is what our average hostess would earn between free and half off. And if 3 different friends from Amber's party today book, she'll get $25 to spend at each party. And then you're showing 2 more sets of nails for each one. So you're showing, well, okay, I take that back. It's been, a few months since I've done this, many months since I've done it in person. Take it back. You have all those sets over there, and that's when you can start handing them back to her, saying, do you know what an average hostess earns? She's going to earn this one, and this one just for having the party. This one, based on, what our average party sales are. Then she's going to get this one, and this one for half off. So she would pay about $18. So yeah, I guess I was right when I said 10 sets for $20. She would get this, and this for half off. So she spent about $18, $19 on those. And if 3 of you book parties here, she would get this from one party, this from one party, and this from one party. Look at all these sets of nails that she'd have got, that she should get today. And then they can see it. All right. Okay. That sounded a little bit better than my first run through. Sorry about that. Okay. So again, you want to bring up gifts, get gifts in their head. They've circled all these things. You might have that one person who is thinking, I don't want this polish for myself. Bring up gifts. You may now get that person to buy because they have someone to buy a gift for. Okay. So that is what the note card is for. You can take some time here and say, oh my gosh, do you understand? I feel our nail polish is the best gift to give somebody. If you're buying 3 and getting the 4th one free, every 4th you're getting free, you're spending about $10 a set. That's a $10 gift that you could drop in the mail with 1 stamp to a friend, or with, a butterfly stamp to a friend. That's sets you could keep in the polish for a hostess gift, for a graduation gift. There's so many, a Valentine's Day gift, a teacher gift. It's such a great thank you gift for such a small price to make someone feel so good. So right now we're going to play another game because I love games. The winner of this game can get 5 tickets, or maybe they'll get something different. Maybe they'll automatically get a nail file. Whatever, again, you decide. I'm going to give you 1 minute, and I want you to come up with as many names as you can that you think would love getting Color Street. All right? That you could buy Color Street for. Boom, boom, boom. They write it down. Well, guess what they have now? They're thinking about a party. Ooh, you have a good guest list for them to start from, because they think all these people would love Color Street. And then you're giving a ticket to the person who has the most names. Okay? So now we want to, before we want to let them go off on their own, you've got to talk prices. Instead of the buy 3, get 1. Again, Jackie mentioned this last week or the week before. When you talk about pricing, okay, everybody, you have an order form in here. I have, as you see, I have every 4th line highlighted. That's because when you're writing down the sets you want to get, I want you to remember that every 4th set you get, you're going to get free. I didn't say buy 3, get 1 and put that in their head of 4. Now I said every 4th, and I showed them how it's all lined up. And those amazing Frenches I told you about, I have those highlighted down here. Make sure you pick at least 2 of those, because every second one is going to be free. So just imagine $7 for a French manicure. So again, they're visually seeing it when they fill it out, okay? Then it's the business opportunity. So now you have talked about the product, obviously. Again, we have 3 things to sell at our parties, right? We have the product, the hostess rewards, the business. The product is a given. The hostess rewards, you've planted the seed now with showing them what they could get, and now you have the business opportunity. You have to talk about this. So you could do something like bringing up questions. You could do it, now's fun time of the game. You can earn 2 tickets or 3. You can earn 5 tickets for every question you ask me about my business. I love you. And this is where you can show, tell about why you joined Color Street. Again, if you do a little why bag, you can show that. I forgot to bring my why bag up. Now's the opportunity for you to ask me anything you want about the business. If no one's saying anything, you can ask me things like, how do I get paid 1 time a week? You can ask me things like how I just earned a trip to Punta Cana. And you can be going over to a person, handing them this as you're saying it. You can ask me things like how I get paid once a week. Hand it to them and they'll go, how do you get paid once a week? All right. So if they're not asking, you can do it. I find sometimes I get nothing. It stays mute in a Facebook party, but in a live party, people tend to ask questions. They do. Okay. So you're giving them 2 tickets. You can also play a booking game in here as well. This could be where you're playing the dice game, the little purse game to get some bookings. Actually, you probably want to do that. We don't have that in our cards now that I thought about that, Jackie. Do you realize that?
We don't have what?
Booking game. Where they would enter it. I would say do the booking game probably after you stack the hostess, and it's not listed in there. I just thought of that. Anyway, definitely play a booking game. So probably back when, let me think, I used to do it back right after you talk about what the hostess can get, you can play that game right then. All right. And you can say, oh, I have a fun game of chance. And then you go into your booking game. And then you can go into the business part. Okay. So now we've gotten through all that. And now you want to tell them about your VIP group. So it might be pull out your phone. One last way to earn tickets right now, or a free accent nail. If you get out your phone right now, I have a great VIP group where I do fun drawings. So after this, the fun can still continue for you. You can earn free polish. I have whatever you offer, referral program, birthday club. So if you go on right now and request to be in my VIP group, you can earn 5 extra tickets. You can earn an accent nail, whatever you want to do. All right. Then you're going to do the drawing, and then you're going to give them time to look around, to chit chat. You want them chatting. I do not want you going in the other room and setting up a station and going away from your guests. I do personally check every guest out with that paper order form. And I tell them when you're done filling out all the selections you want, come on over or find me and I'll help you check out. So I do check them out, but I don't go in another room. I'm mingling with them going around asking them questions about what they circled, if they have questions, complimenting their choices until the first person needs to check out. Then I kind of scooch over a little bit with them. And this is my opportunity to be able to try to see if they want to book a party, or maybe it's the business opportunity because I've been listening in during the party to see who I can bring those things up to. All right. And again, you could do that, save the date. If they want to do a party, you have that cute little bag. And that is something you want to say too. When you stack the hostess, you can say, anybody who books a party today have this super cute little gift. Or if you're doing a booking game, they're going to win the party, a small gift, or the grand prize. So you'd be showing those at that point too. So again, all of this, it seems long, but it should not be that long. You do not want to be up there for 2 hours, or people are not going to want to do what you do. You want to be duplicable. You want to not make it look perfect. You want to keep it timely, but you want to have fun. So I know that's a lot of things I'm telling you want to do, right? So I know I talked fast because there's a lot to get through with the in-home party. You can, again, we have this in our units. Unit 2 has the polished party deck, plus Jackie and I did a Zoom training on the whole thing, card by card by card, at each one for you guys, like a year ago. So you can definitely watch that too. You can also go to the app. There's training in the app under level 3 for in-person parties to get tips from there. Anything you want to add before I kind of close it out, Jackie?
I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of this awesome information. And I did find the wish list and I posted it in the Jumpstart group and tagged you. Awesome. I also found the party deck. So those are also uploaded in this group. I cannot see us. Yeah, I just want to see us live, Debbie.
What's that?
I cannot see us live on my phone or on my computer. So I have not been able
to see us live when I looked to see if we could share that info.
So I'm not able to see any questions or comments right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did see that we were live, but okay. I don't know. That's all right. That's no big deal.
Yeah, so we can, if it's not live, we can upload it later and hide everybody.
I saw it. Really? And I still see there's 14 people in. Yeah.
Okay, that is so weird because I'm like checking on Facebook. I'm in the Jumpstart group. I went to the team leader group. I went to Beautifully Polished, and I went to your own personal page to make sure we weren't broadcasting anywhere there.
Yeah, no, it says you guys are live. Don't worry. All this has been so helpful. I'll have to watch the replay.
Okay, thank you.
Someone posted a graphic. That might have been you. Love it. Yeah. Love that idea. Such a great idea. That's awesome. Yep. I don't see any questions. I'm nervous about doing in-home. This is helping. Oh, Stephanie, you'll love it. Again, it's fun, especially with those cards. You will totally love it. Sweet. I'm excited. I hope this got you guys excited. I really like in-homes. I miss them. I do too. That's better than Facebook, other than the nice thing it is to be able to stay home. But I like being able to wear cute clothes and go meet new people. Yeah. I feel like I build better relationships sometimes with those people than the Facebook people. That's how I feel like those customers sometimes are a little more loyal to me.
Yeah. That's personally how my team grew like crazy, is because your energy, you're so excited about this product. Yes, I get nervous every time. Yes, I jam music. Yes, I have butterflies all day long. But those party cards that Debbie talked about, that is your key to success, because you're teaching everybody 2 things. 1, you're simple and duplicatable. Yeah. And you're not memorizing anything. So anyone can do what you do, you guys. So we cannot express enough how excited we are for you to do your in-person parties. They're fast, they're efficient. You're going to get your sales, your teammates, your hostesses, all in one bam. You're not checking notifications. It's a breath of fresh air.
It is. Once we can go out and start doing these, and you've been doing Facebook, you'll be like, whoa, this is kind of nice. You don't have to do all the scheduling, the posts. It's just easier. The follow-up, everything about it to me is just easier. I love them. I miss them. I hope we get to go back to them.
Yeah.
So, one part I forgot about on the closeout, on the back of the wish list too, this is kind of fun. It'll show you on the party cards when you look, but it'll say, now it's my turn to ask you a question on a scale from 1 to 10. What do you say? It's on here. On a scale from 1 to 10, Yeah, would you do this? Gosh, what is it? Would you do this party, or how willing would you be? Or gosh, have you thought about doing what I do? Isn't that what it is?
It's something like, would you rather eat garbage or?
Yes, I love it. Again, this is what happens when you don't. This is why. Okay, so it's the exact reason why. Like we encourage stylists to do party after party after party because it has been so long since an in-home now, and using party cards, you forget because I have it all memorized. Even though even if you memorize it, you still want to look down. But now it's been so long.
And you want to do 5 parties in your first month, you guys. And you want your new stylist to do 5 parties in her first month so that she gets over the butterflies. She makes mistakes. You help hold her hand during that whole jumpstart period. And you kind of like fine tune your process.
Right, right. I mean, even with as many as Jackie and I have done with these cards prior to this, now it's been almost a year, literally almost a year. So I'll be nervous once again going to do it again. So here is what it is. I love this quote. You say to them, okay, finally, if you had fun tonight and thought about starting a business, I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, meaning, it's been really nice doing that nail. It's really nice that you're doing that little nail thing, but I'd rather live in a car and eat out of a garbage can than do what you just did. But if you're sitting in that chair thinking, hot dog, I could get paid to do some nails, make money, and eat dessert, sign me up. Then 10 is your number. If you're a little unsure about what I do, but maybe sometime want more information, then maybe a 2 to 9, somewhere in that scale fits you. I love doing that part. I think it's funny. So I hope that all this gave you the opportunity. It seems like, for those of you who are nervous, I hope it helps you. Again, start looking at those party cards. Maybe you can even do a small gathering with 4 of your friends. Like I called up 2 friends and I said, we just got these new party cards. I want to practice them so bad with some people I know. Will you guys have a party? And they did. This was pre-COVID. And they did. And I got up there and I had a stylist that had just signed up and she came with me and I said, I'm just starting with these party cards and I brought a stylist with me and she's going to watch how I do them. And this is my very first time ever even doing them. Like how much more honest can you be and how much more duplicable can you be than that? Right.
Right.
So that's how I practiced the party cards the first time I had friends have a party for me. And then we did it. And then I'd be like, oops, goof that one up, things like that. So, okay. So today we talked about, why you should do the party, what the party looks like, and the importance of those party cards, and the importance of the elements of the party, of the things you want to make sure that you're touching on. Okay. So hopefully we're going to be back to in-person parties soon. If you're in an area or you feel comfortable, even getting together with like 4 friends, like I said, maybe just trying to get those friends together and maybe they're friends that haven't tried to polish and say, would you guys be willing to come over? I really want to try this out for when we can start doing parties and practice it. And then, who knows what that would turn into? Maybe they're comfortable having 4 friends over and maybe there'll be smaller parties than normal, but it could definitely get you practicing again. Or if you've never done them.
Deb, can I add one more thing?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I know we have our 1:30 call too with.
Good.
Yeah. I want to just remind people that when you are partying, number 1, have fun. Number 2, keep it simple. And number 3, and this is huge, I did not know this in the beginning. You want to go into every single party listening to the problem you can solve and what you like about each party guest and offering the business to 3 people minimum, starting with your hostess. So it's always your hostess and identify 2 people in that room that you're like, she's super fun. She's super helpful. People like to be around her. She's organized, whatever it is. And you plant that seed and say, and you compliment her and you say, I've had such a great time getting to know you. Great stylist.
Is it really loud? Sorry, it's super loud in my house all of a sudden.
That's okay. I just didn't want to end that without letting everybody know that when you're doing a party, you want to identify 3 people that you think would be great to work with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, you can attempt to flip that hostess before the party starts. Before you show up at their house, offer the opportunity. If she says no, say, okay, I just want you to take a peek and see what I do. Yeah. And then at the party, you can even say to everybody when you're talking about the opportunity, or talking about bookings, So if our hostess Jenny was to consider this as a business, how many of you here would be willing to have one of Jenny's first parties?
Yeah.
That's a great way to then encourage Jenny. So she'd see, holy cow, I have 3 friends that would have a party.
Yeah.
And then you can say to her after the party, Jenny, do you understand if this is your party? Because if you're on paper order forms, she could then sign up and you put those orders right in under her. I mean, it's easy. That becomes, Jenny, right here, I have a $400 party, meaning you would earn, why can't I do the math? $100, duh. You would earn $100 along with getting your hostess rewards of X amount. And you had 3 friends that said they would have a party for you.
Yeah.
What a great way to flip a hostess right there. That's why I, again, like paper order forms. Other people have them order right from the phone, but then it's going in through your link and I don't get the closeout time. I like that. That's just how I do it with the paper order forms. I'm old school. So, okay, we have been on a long time. All right. So everybody, I want you to be you, be fun, and be a partier.
Thanks, Deb.
All right. All right. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.